What's up?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, Mickey?
Oh, just another long day in the office, working
I
on
heard that.
shows and stores and the app, and of course, ColubridFest has got quite a bit of my attention right now, working on all that.
Sure enough. Sure enough. Speaking of which, okay, boss. Why don't you tell everybody what's got us gathered in here this evening?
So tonight we're actually announcing the winners of the 2025 Best of the Colubrid Community Awards. A lot of great people got
Super
nominated
cool.
for this for these awards, and I'm super excited to announce some of these people because I've as somebody that's been keeping and breeding colubrids for a very long time, I look up to a lot of these people, so it's super exciting to be able
Absolutely.
to be a part of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So do we want to go ahead and tear into it then, boss man?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm sitting here. I've been sitting on this list all day.
I've been dying. I've been dying. He hadn't even shared it with me yet, guys, so I'm excited to hear.
It's
Um,
been top secret.
So, straight out of the gate, we've got best new captive colubrid species keeper. I don't know how you want to do this, Mickey, if you want to kind of talk on it for just a minute and then drop it, but I'll kind of hand it to you, boss. I want to hear.
Yeah, for sure. So we got the best new captive colubrid species keeper. Obviously that's somebody that's working with a new species and bringing it into captivity. In the colubrid family, and our winner for that this year is Kristen Jacques. I'm terrible. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's Stegen Exotics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's awesome. I
yeah,
wasn't sure exactly how to say that. How did you say the company name? I thought it was like Stygian or something like that, or
yeah. I said
Stygian.
Stegen. Uh,
Super cool.
yeah,
Uh, and one thing that me and Clint were talking about this last night. The best new captive colubrid. That's a really big deal when it comes to like I've been keeping the colubrids and stuff kind of seriously. I guess I would say for about 6 years. So I'm still got my training wheels on, boss. But one thing that I've seen in that time frame is especially on some of these Asian species, captive breeding has been kind of a difficulty. So, anybody that's actually stepping that game up like that, it helps everyone. Really,
it's it's a really big deal. I mean, because a lot of the times what happens is like these people are like, they're grabbing, they're getting animals that are getting imported in, and they're doing all the research. They're they're putting all the work in making it easier for everybody else to keep these animals. They're the ones going through the pitfalls. They're the ones
sure.
learning what works and what doesn't work with these animals. So I mean, to be able to do that and produce multiple generations of those animals and stuff, that is a huge accomplishment. And we really thank him for all that
It's a,
hard work.
it's a huge step for the community. Like I said, even somebody like myself, I appreciate being able to get into some of these new species, dude. So, hats off for that victory there for sure. Definitely, definitely a good award. So then we slide to this next one. I think that this one is this super interesting. Most innovative colubrid breeder. What made you choose this bracket, Mickey?
Well, this kind of goes with, the best new captive colubrid species. This is an award that's, for the keeper that is, pushing new husbandry,
Yep.
trying new things, trying to emulate that natural environment, uh, working on actually, so there's a difference between being able to keep something and then breeding something, and that's where the innovation comes in.
Explain what you mean by that for people that may not understand, Mickey. What do you mean by that? Keeping
Well,
versus breeding.
so when you're keeping something, like, yeah, you can keep it alive, cool, you're keeping it alive, it's thriving. But when you start to get something to breed and produce babies, and those babies thrive, that's a lot of hard work, because a lot of times
Right.
with these species of animals, you have to, you know you have to duplicate their natural environment. Like, you really have to do your
Right.
research and see what it's like where they're living, temperature, uh barometric pressure, all these things play a factor in that. So our winner this year for the most innovative
Here we go.
colubrid breeder is Mike Clarkson.
Good
Really super
call.
cool guy. Mike is
Good call.
super great guy. He's also the president of the IHS. If you've never heard of that, go
Hmm.
check that out. But yeah, Mike's been doing a lot of work with a lot of different water snakes, and getting them to produce and things like that. And for anybody that's kept water snakes, I mean,
He
that's a
was he was
whole
uh
fun.
he was schooling me on some Nerodia stuff here fairly recently. He's about that water snake stuff, man, for real. Um,
And I'm glad that he is. I've learned to not be like, "Ooh, you're working with that." You know, uh,
he
work with
was
what
telling me
tickles your fancy.
and you know what? That's something else we were talking about on last night's show, me and Clint. Garter snakes. There's a lot of really cool stuff going that direction now,
I
and we'll
love
kind of
garter
get
snakes.
we'll kind of get into that in some of the other awards that are coming up here. But okay, this is exceptional. Best Colubrid Community Representative. Um, I love that you slapped community in there. So what brought this one up for you, Mickey?
Well, this award is for, that person that's just going above and beyond to, to make the colubrid community shine, to
Sure.
grow it, to accelerate its you know like keeping practices, and everything like that. And our winner of that this year is Zach Loafman.
Nice. The
And
doctor.
yeah,
Nice.
Zach is really awesome. He is the academic side of ColubridFest. Guy does a ton of conservation work. I believe he's got a couple books published.
And
Uh,
he's the co-host with Clint.
yeah, over at Colubrid and Colubroid Radio.
Yeah.
Uh, he is a great example, a great representative of the Colubrid community, and I love how he, bridges the gap between academia and private keeping, because those aren't necessarily two groups of people that always see eye to eye.
Sure.
And he's been really good about bridging that gap. And
And he'll be speaking at Colubrid Fest, correct?
yeah, he's got a couple presentations, and I believe his kids from the college will be there doing some presentations too. So
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. And hats off to Zach. I knew that there was going to be, definitely some place that he was going to shine. I'm glad to see that he was able to snag one of these up. So the next one that we have, I'm going to skip it and move on to some of the others first, just because I feel like it really, really envelops a lot of different things. So we're going to move on to the Pitchophis Breeder of the Year. So for people that don't know what this is, what is the Pitchophis?
The Pitchophis is, the bull snakes, the pine snakes, the gopher snakes, all of those beautiful animals that I love so much.
Mm-hmm.
They are amazing animals, and this year's winner for the Pitchophis Breeder of the Year is somebody that I've looked up to for a while. Like, I remember seeing his listings online, and I'd be like, "How does he do it?" Like,
I know who
holy
you're going to
cow!
say. I know who you're going to say now.
Yeah,
Drop it.
it was Jason Nelson. He's our winner
Nice.
this year, and
Nice.
I've had the opportunity to meet him a couple times in person. Really great guy, and his animals are spectacular.
And, and in speaking with him, he was, and honestly, a lot of the people, I would say everyone that I spoke with in the awards, very humble. All of them said the same thing, Mickey. I can't believe I'm on this list. I can't believe I'm on this list. And I'm talking people that I personally look up to in the hobby industry, however, whatever you want to say, in the reptile community. Um, and just exceptional to hear some of the things that these people have to say about all the other people that are involved. Um, I feel blessed to be a small part of this and be able to say that, hey, I'm trying what I can to be in the Colubrid side of the hobby too. Really, really good group of people.
Well, it is a really great group of people over here, and we all just really love what we're doing. You have to. It's
Well,
it's 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 really a lot of work, and it's enjoyable work.
and there's been a lot of knowledge that's come from this group of people that you have as nominations that have gone across all sorts of various snakes. Um, Guys, pay attention. Anybody on this list is definitely worth a follow, man. For real.
Oh yeah.
Mickey did a great job with this. Okay, so the next one holds near and dear to my heart. It's what holds me. Bring it, boss. Who's taking the rat snake breeder of the year, man?
Well, these guys are. I love these two. I've gotten animals from them over the years. These guys
Have
were really
to.
pioneers in the hobby. And this year the Rat Snake Breeder of the Year award is going to go to Zirkle Reptile Company.
Yep, yep. That's where I got a bunch of my beauty stuff. I snagged some bamboos, some bush rats, uh, and everything I said, rat snakes, baby. All of
Oh
them,
yeah.
dude. Love me some rat snakes. So big hats off there to Rob and Amy Zirkle. That's awesome. Definitely well deserved. And that's a name on the list that I was like, man, these people been around here for a hot minute, dude.
Oh yeah. And they're really great people. Very knowledgeable about the animals. They love them. And I love their animals too.
I wonder how many years of commitment. If you broke it down and this person said, I've been doing it for 20 years, I've been doing it for 30 years. Because in the Colubrid side of stuff, you start getting into a lot of those OGs really in the industry. And these guys don't go back 10, 15 years. They're decades deep.
Oh yeah.
Decades
So
deep.
so some of the people in the colubrid community have been breeding colubrids longer than I've been alive. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm 41 years old, and yeah, no, some of the people on this list I've been looking up to for quite some time.
So we will slide to the next, which I'm also a huge fan of this. Let's talk about the Lampros, boss. Lampro Peltis Breeder of the Year. So that kind of encompasses a couple different species. Tell people what the Lampros cover.
Oh, your king snakes, your milk snakes. It's that family of the king snakes and the milk snakes. There's so many different milks and kings. Such
Right.
such a big group. So, but and those are awesome animals too. So our Lamper Peltis breeder of the year this year is Kayla Martin.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I seen her animals last year at ColubridFest, and they were nice. They were very nice, very clean. Uh, she's very knowledgeable keeper. Uh, she's she actually spoke last year at ColubridFest.
Kayla's top notch.
Yeah,
Kayla's a friend. She's top notch. And she was in for multiple awards, and for good reason. Good reason.
oh
So
yeah,
I'm gonna slide to the next one. I love that you put best other colubrid breeder of the year. This is what I was talking about when it came to like your garter snakes. There's various other species inside that I know the Lampros that kind of covered a few of them, but then we've got the Pituophis, we've got rat snake. This opens up for other colubrid breeders. So I'm kind of excited to hear a little bit about this. So is that what really kind of drove you to do an other category?
well yeah.
Because
There's
there's
just there's a lot of colubrids. I mean, there's stuff out there on the planet, Steve, that we probably don't even know exists yet.
I hope so. I
And
want that to be true.
and there's a lot of things that haven't been introduced into the hobby that people are working with in their dungeons, you know, and
Sure.
they're just not in the popular group. So we had to do an award for those people working with the odd stuff.
Right,
And
because they're still putting in the time. They're still putting in the work, man.
oh yeah, and I mean a lot of that stuff, in the other in that other category, there's not always a ton of information on it. So you've got to, study up on where the animal comes from and weather patterns and everything like that. So
And
it's
that's where that passion starts crashing the scene
oh yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
the cool thing about a lot of the Colubrid breeders is we're all passion driven. You're not going to get rich breeding colubrids ever. So you do it because you love it. And this year's best other colubrid breeder of the year is Chris Montrose.
Nice, nice, good job, Chris.
Oh yeah,
Good job. I haven't got a chance to meet him yet. I am excited to meet him. He's coming out to ColubridFest too, right?
I do believe so. Yeah, I have never met Chris. I don't think so.
So that'll be exciting. Awesome job. And so here we go. Best hognose breeder of the year. So hoggies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Gotta love those hognose. Everybody loves the hognose snake. It's
I think this one's kind of interesting. So I don't personally have any hognose. I love them. I'm going to have some. I just don't yet. Um, but it sure seems like there's been a lot of stuff going on with the hognose in the last year, 2 years, with various morphs and things like that coming out. So this is kind of interesting to hear a little bit more about who's in the overall running for this.
yeah, yeah. There's been a ton of stuff, coming out with the genetics on the hognoses. So this year's hognose breeder of the year is it's Jeff Galewood with
Sure
JN,
is.
and
Sure is.
Jeff's pretty cool guy.
Dynamite.
Yeah, super cool guy, he produces some amazing animals. I've gotten some from him over the last couple of years, and yeah,
I
super cool
think
dude.
I think he's responsible for the Super Arctic. As a matter of fact, he's responsible for a few of the genetic stuff, like I said, that's been coming out over the last year and a half. So
Oh yeah,
that's definitely awesome.
I'd love to have him on and talk hogs.
I'll reach out to him. I'll absolutely close that gap, dude. I'd love to have him on. He'd be a great guest for sure. And he's got a really nice looking facility and everything. All these guys do.
Oh yeah,
So this is, I'm going to say it about all of them, boss. This is another super interesting one to me. Because this kind of opens up to some of the other categories again. Best large colubrid breeder of the year. So 8 feet plus for this
yeah,
category.
yeah. That's you know that's a pretty good category. It's got your indigos and your spilotes and your hydrodynasties, and yeah, some of these colubrids, I don't think a lot of people realize it, but some of these things get huge. I've got
They
some
really
king rat
do.
snakes at home that are pushing 9 feet. They're
Yeah, we've
massive.
got we've got some king rats, and that is a snake and a half right there, dude. I love my king rats, but not for your average brand new into the hobby, but man, when you're ready to step up, that's a fun snake to play with. So, best large colubrid breeder of the year, Mickey. This one's been getting at me. What do we got, boss?
Well, so this year's winner is Roy Arthur Blodgett.
I just heard that Roy is somebody that goes out herping all the time at a very, very high level. Clint was speaking real highly of him yesterday. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
he likes to spend a lot of time out in the field.
Well, there ain't no better place to be.
Well, what better way to learn how to keep an animal than by, going out in its natural environment, you know?
Real talk.
You
Real
know,
talk.
that's the best way, to learn. And that's what makes colubrids so cool, because a lot of the colubrid species are native here right in the United States. Not all of
And
them, but a good number of them are. So uh, it's really gives you a good opportunity to get out there and figure out, how to keep that rat snake. You spend a little bit of time out in the
yeah,
woods and just observe them in the wild. So no,
the
that's our
more the more rocks you flip, the more logs you pick up, you start to find a little bit of a theory of what they like, where they go, and it doesn't get more natural than Mother Nature, dude. They're telling you everything you need to know right there.
yeah. It also gives you a strong back and helps you stretch out. You're bending over and picking up rock.
Yeah, it sure does. It
Gives you
sure
some
does.
tough
So,
skin. You're getting bit up by mosquitoes and everything else that likes to eat us when they're in the woods. So
dude, that's the good stuff, boss. So, okay, we've come down. We're down to our last two now, Mickey. Um, I can't say that one is more prestigious than another, but this one kind of holds near and dear to my heart. And this is Colubrid Personality of the Year.
oh yeah, yeah. This is a really good one, and the person that got this year, perfect personality for the colubrid uh hobby. He's just such a positive person, and just a great guy. So this year's colubrid personality of the year is Clint Bartley.
It
And
sure is.
if you don't know Clint, then you're
What
probably
are
not
you
keeping
doing?
colubrids.
Yeah, what are you doing?
uh yeah, this is his whole life. I remember first time I met Clint, we yeeked out over some rat snakes. So
Uh-huh.
and he's
So,
he's just all over the place.
I've got so much love and respect for Clint. I've been following him for about 4 years. The last couple years, we've kind of been chit chatting back and forth. What a just dynamic individual. Just a great representative for reptiles as a whole. Um,
Oh yeah.
awesome. Awesome. Okay. So this is the one that I skipped over earlier because I feel like this one almost embodies the entire competition, the Colubrid Lifetime Achievement Award. Mickey, what an award this is.
Well, yeah. I mean, in the people that were nominated for this award are people that have literally put their whole life into colubrids, into snakes.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
all deserve it.
yeah, yeah, into the field work. And whenever we were doing this, whenever we were putting together, the categories for people, I couldn't leave this one out, because this is a thankless job for a lot of people. It's just something that we're passionate about and we love. And so with that, our 2025 Keeper Breeder Lifetime Achievement Award is going to go to Craig Trumbauer.
It sure is. I knew it was coming. I loaded the picture. There is, I mean, like I said, everyone on the list deserves it, but there's not one person on this list that doesn't know Craig and appreciate everything he's done for colubrids in the reptile industry.
Oh yeah, he's done tons of field work, produced tons of amazing animals. Like he's got some really cool books out too. Like you get some time, get those books and read them. Super neat, you know.
Absolutely. They're just absolute, absolute. First of all, Mickey, thank you for letting me be a small part of being able to kind of help assemble some of this stuff for these people. This was such a really fun project to be a part of. Uh,
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm super grateful to be a part of it too. I mean, I do think that a lot of these people do deserve some recognition. Uh, they all work very, very hard, and their dedication to these animals has, you know, given us all something to love and enjoy.
it really has. It really has. So, Mickey, before we started, you told me that you had another bombshell you were going to drop because of how these awards went. Do you want to give a little bit of a spoiler as for what might be coming around the corner?
Yeah, so as much as I love the Colubrid community, I think that there are a lot of people in the entire industry, that deserve recognition. So here in a couple weeks, we're going to be doing this again, but for the entire reptile industry. Uh,
Wow.
so keep a lookout for that. I think it's good to recognize people that are doing good things in this industry, so that other people can look to an example.
It's important. I feel like it's important. And, in the last couple years, and I don't want you to comment on it because you don't have to, but I've seen a lot of ugly between various promotions and things like this. This is something community driven. Because you told me directly, it doesn't have to be show me vendor specifically, right? This is open to the entire community, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's open to everybody.
That's that's awesome.
We do like to be inclusive. We don't like to tell people they can't be a part. Uh, so no, it's going to be open to the entire community, industry, however you refer to it. Uh,
Sure.
and I think it's gonna be really good. I'm sure there's gonna be some bitching and complaining about some things, but uh, that's what you get when you deal with people. So
It's true. It's true. And hey, that's okay. That's okay. Uh, this is going to give exposure to some people that are out there because you told me that there's new breeder awards that you're working on. We don't know all of the logistics yet, but he's cooking it up, and that's exciting.
oh
That
yeah, while I'm sitting here in my lab making all this fun stuff.
That's exciting. So
Yeah, so the winners, we will be doing an award ceremony before our auction on Saturday night at ColubridFest. September 13th, I believe, is the date. So yeah, before we do our conservation auction, we will be doing an award ceremony, or vice versa. I can't remember. Be there for both of them.
that's awesome. And hey, guys, let's see some hearts and some thumbs up for all of the awards and the nominees that came up. For Mickey for putting this whole thing together. And let's share this out, guys. Share this out on your socials and share some of the love for some of the fellow breeders that we have that we love and admire a lot of these people very much.
Well, we should just show more love, anyways.
Period. Period.
But
I
yeah,
agree.
I'm super excited and honored to be able to do this. So, thank you everybody that was nominated. If you didn't win, just keep doing what you're doing. You're winning every day, anyways. So,
And come see us. Come see us at a show, man. Come talk to us.
well, come see us at ColubridFest too.
Period.
There should be a lot of Colubrid people watching this right now, and come see us in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's gonna be a great time.
I'm telling you. Well, hey, boss man, I'm sitting here over here all mysterious and stuff out in Florida. Uh, that's about all I've got, unless you got some other bombshells, boss.
No, I'll save some bombshells for next week.
Sweet, dude. I appreciate being able to be on here. I've been dying to find out who was gonna win. I'm so proud of everybody that won.
It was hard sitting on that list all day and not reaching out to people and be like, congratulations.
I'm telling you. Well, hey, I'm gonna wrap this up, Mickey. Uh, as always, dude, like, share, subscribe, everybody, and we will see you at the Show Me Show.
We'll see you later,
Peace.
guys.
We're out.